ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम नमो प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुमे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। वेदव्यास वैशम्पायने आज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशङ्करादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओं परब्रह्मानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं वरदारण्यकोपनिषदः पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणं। Yesterday in the last fifth or sixth chapter we did the second Brahmanam. Let us chant the third Brahmanam. Om Atha Shri Burhadaranyaka Upanishad. Om Sa Atha Trutiyam Brahmanam. Om Sa Yaha Kamayeta Mahat Prapnuyami Iti Udagayanna Arpuyamana Vakshasya Punyahe Dvadashaham Upasad Vrati Bhutva उदुम्बरे खगंसे चमसेवा सर्व औषधं फलानि इति संभृत्य परिसमुह्य परिलिप्य अग्निमुपसमाधाय परिस्तीर्य आवृताज्यागं संस्कृत्य कुपुंसा नक्षत्रेण मन्तगं संनीय जुहोते यावन्तो देवाः त्वयि जातवेदः तिर्यञ्चोघ्रन्ते पुरुषस्य कामान् तेभ्योऽहं भागधेयं जुहोमि ते मा तृप्ताः सर्वैः कामैः तर्पयन्तु स्वाहा या तिरश्चि निपद्यते अहं विधरणी इति तां त्वा घृतस्य धारया यजे सगं राधनीयमगं स्वाहा ज्येष्ठाय स्वाहा श्रेष्ठाय स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं श्रवमवनयति प्राणाय स्वाहा वसिष्ठायै स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयते वाचे स्वाहा प्रतिष्ठायै स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति चक्षुषे स्वाहा संपदे स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति श्रोत्राय स्वाहा आयतनाय स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति मनसे स्वाहा प्रजायै स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति रेतसे स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति अग्नये स्वाहा इति अग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति सोमाय स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति भू स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति भुव स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति स्वः स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति भूर्भुवस्वः स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति क्षत्राय स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति भूताय स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति भविष्यते स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्ते सगं स्रवमवनयति विश्वाय स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति सर्वाय स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति प्रजापतये स्वाहा इत्यग्नौ हुत्वा मन्थे सगं स्रवमवनयति अत एनम् अभिमृशति ब्रह्मदसि ज्वलदसि पूर्णमसि प्रस्तब्धमसि एकसभमसि खिगं कृतमसि हिङ्क्रियमाणमसि उद्गीतमसि उद्गीयमानमसि श्रावितमसि प्रत्याश्रावितमसि आर्द्रे संदीप्तमसि विभोरसि प्रभुरसि अन्नमसि ज्योतिरसि निधनमसि संवर्गोऽसि ते अत एनम् उद्यच्छत्यामागं स्यामगं हि ते महिषहि राजेशानोऽधिपतिः समागम राजेशानोधिपतिं करोतु इति हतैनम् आचामति तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं मधुवातारुतायते मधु क्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्नः सन्तोषधेः भूः स्वाहा भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगं रजः मधुद्यौरस्तु न पिता भुवः स्वाहा धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुभागमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः स्वः स्वाहेति सर्वां च सावित्रीमन्वाः सर्वाश्च मधुमतीरहमे वेदगं सर्वं भूयासं भूर्भुवः स्वः स्वाहेत्यनन्ततः आचम्य पाणी प्रक्षाल्य जघनेन अग्निं प्राक्षिराः संविशति प्रातरादित्योपतिष्ठते दिशामेकपुण्डरीकमस्सिमहम् असि अहं मनुष्याणाम् एकपुण्डरीकं भूयासमिति यथा एतम् एत्य जगनेन अग्निमासीनः भगं संजपदे तगमः एतमुद्दालक आरुणिः वाजसनेयाय याज्ञवल्काय अन्तेवासने उक्त्वा उवाच अभयेनगं शुष्के स्थानौ निषिञ्चे जायेरन् शाकाः प्ररोहेयुः फलाशानि ते एतमहैव वाजसनेयो याज्ञवल्क्यो मधुकायः पैङ्ग्यायन्ते वासिने उक्त्वा उवाच अभयेनगं शुष्के स्थानौ निषिञ्चेत् जायेरन् शाकाः प्ररोहेयुः फलाशानि ते एतमुहैव मधुकः पैङ्ग्यः चूलाय भागवित्तये अन्तेवासिने उक्त्वा उवाच अभयेनगं शुष्के स्थानौ निषिञ्चेत् जायेरन् शाकाः प्ररोहेयुः फलाशानि ते एतमुधैव चूलो भागवित्तिः जानकाय आयस्तूणाय अन्तेवासिने उक्त्वा उवाचाप्येनगं शुष्के स्थानौ निषिञ्चेद्यायेरन् शाकाः प्ररोहेयुः फलाशानि ते एतमुहैव जानकिराय स्थाणुः सत्यकामाय जाबालाय अन्तेवासरे उक्त्वा उवाच अभयेनगं शुष्के स्थानौ निषिञ्चेद्यायेरन् शाकाः प्ररोहेयुः फलाशानि ते एतमुहैव सत्यकामो जाबालो अन्तेवासिन्भ्यः उक्त्वा उवाच अपि य एनगं शुष्के स्थानौ निषिञ्चेत् जायेरन् शाकाः प्ररोहेयुः फलाशानि ते तमेतं नापुत्राय वा अन्तेवासिने वा ब्रूयातु चतुरौदुम्बरो भवत्यौदुम्बरः श्रुव औदुम्बरः चमस औदुम्बरः इद्म औदुम्बरः या उपमन्तान्यौ दशग्राम्याणि धान्यानि भवन्ते व्रीहियवाः तिलभाषाः अणुप्रियगं वो गोधूमाश्च मसूराश्च खल्वाश्च खलकुलाश्च तान् पिष्टान् दधनि मधुनि घृत उपसिञ्चति आज्यस्य जुहोति इति तृतीयं ब्राह्मणम्। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओमत श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय शाखान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीयोपनिषत्। ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। येरिमे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादः तः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। अथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः शान्तिप्रार्थनामन्त्रः। ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ एकादशोऽनुवाकः। ओम वेदमनोच्याचार्योन् देवासिनमनुषास्ते सत्यं वद धर्मं जर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धर्माहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सेहि सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्यै न प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि एके चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया अदेयं श्रिया देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम् अथ यदि ते कर्मविचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् एतत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता अयुक्ताः अलुक्षाः धर्मकामास्यो यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु एतत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता अयुक्ताः अलुक्षाः धर्मकामास्यो यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Salute all masters, all the Brahma Vidya Acharyas, Shruti Mata, Brahma Tattva, salutations to Veda Vyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnavalkya, Adi Shankara, Adi, all the Rishis, Gurus, our Guru also. In introduction today, in relation to the topic only, it is that which we are doing, continuous effort to become very crystal clear about every aspect of spiritual sadhana, spiritual unfoldment. With that clarity of every adhyatmika sadhana, when we are dynamically fully involving, we conspicuously will know that we are doing sadhana, sadhana is happening, and also we are reaching nearer and nearer to the truth or the reality. Means what? The clarity about the world and its position, clarity about our equipments and their position, clarity about our individuality, clarity about what we are doing so far, because of which we are bound, clarity about what we actually have to achieve, clarity as to what are the qualifications to achieve the ultimate, what are the sadhanas to be done for that, and every moment we are fully aware of it, like any expert person managing any vehicle or the machinery, how he is aware of everything and using that equipment does the work needed. So too in spirituality, through years and years of listening to Vedanta Shastra, all the spashtatas of all these will come. Without spashtata, with half understanding, we will not do the correct thing correctly. So we only will fail in our spiritual progress. Whereas when the spashtata is there of everything, that spashtata of the buddhi in the avagahana, in the understanding is the one which we have to aim at. We should have the clarity of Nirguna Brahma, Saguna Ishvara or Brahma. We should have the clarity of the Maya. We have to the clarity of the three gunas. What these three gunas are doing at the total level, at the individual level, as much as all these things possible, we when become clear in our understanding, then also what sadhana, then we really will do and enjoy the doing, enjoy the result also. So in that process only we are, in which we are trying to achieve it through the study of our all our beautiful shastras. Now they are slowly giving us information. Let it go inside. Take some time to sit coolly, independently, individually, and just browse through all what is heard, all what is gathered. Then you yourself will get a sequence of everything, get an idea of everything. With that gambhirata, with that maturity, that what I have to achieve, for that what I have to do, for that what is the qualification, and how those qualifications are gained, for that what sacrifices have to be done, what upasanas have to be done, what tapasyas have to be done, how long they have to be done, how far they have to be done. All that clarity is the most beautiful thing. Vedanta is not vague. It is not confusing. It is not without the clear understanding. No, Vedanta is more clear than any of the outer scientific sciences. It's absolutely perfect Vedanta. Only thing is, our buddhi is not yet fully developed, sharp enough, subtle enough to grasp all the details which are already given by our Shastras and Gurus. So let us try to know all the things Spashtarupena. In that, what is the role of the Dharma, what is the role of the values, how long also they have to be done, what is the role of Sangha Seva, social service, you know, what is the Yajna Bhavana, how that has to be invoked and lived for how long. Everything is pakka. So too, the meaning about prarabdha, how we have to go through. Meaning about purushartha, very interesting thing. Clarity about what I have to do, should I need to do, or I have to surrender everything to the divinity. If he does everything, then what should I do? If I do the thing, then what is the meaning in saying that is all powerful? So every of these things undoubtedly we become clear through regular study of Shastram with that knowledge behind. Our sadhanas, our upasanas, our japas, none of them are as vague as they are now. Everyone will have the clarity of purpose. Every of the sadhanas will be done with full zeal, zest, and inspiration. And the beauty of any science in life as spirituality is you do it, you can see the result. Not that we are doing and result is not there or seen, therefore it is all wakes up. झूठ है, nothing here, let us give it up. ऐसा नहीं होता. There is punya, the punya lokas, the papa, the papa lokas. There is dharma, the sin of omission eliminated. There is adharma, then sin of omission or commission comes to us. All of them are there. There are urdhalokas are there, adholokas are there are narakalokas are there. All of that are there in this universe. Nothing is doubtful. Everything is clear. Now, having said so, now we have come to our 11th Anuvakam, the last portion of this Anuvakam. Yesterday, day before, we saw the instruction given by the Guru to disciples is most of the clarity you will have because you studied in the ashram and you are carrying your books with you. Therefore, many a times, immediately referring to the book also, you will have an understanding as to how to respond when there is a vichikitsa regarding karma, regarding vritta. Karma is shrauta and smartha karma, depending on the time and place. So, the variety of the timings are given in Shastra. The days, the muhurtas, the punya dinas. Sometimes the Deva Sambandha days are there, sometimes Pitru Sambandha days are there, sometimes the Upasana Sambandha days are there, Chaturmasa ityadi. So, these are all called as the kalas. So, to the desha, different deshas we go. So, in that desha, in that kala, the Shruti and Smriti Yukta karma of Yajna, Gadi and Upasana should do or not, should not do. Is it not? And how to do that? This is called karma vijikitsa. Vrutta vijikitsa is what? Mahabhayankara is the maya with which the world is run, in which so many of seeming contradictory, confusing things happen. Then we should have the Vrutta Vichikitsa. Not only karma, Vrutta clarity. Not only the karma clarity we have to have, Shrauta Smartha, but Vrutta, when to forgive, when to take, when to teach the lesson by treating that person, and what attitude we should have. Is it not? These are all Vrittas in the mind. I have to receive that person's behavior in my mind. Outside Vyavahara we do to protect ourselves, serve others. But inside how to take? Is it not? Very Gambhira. Because anything wrongly taken will form as a vasana, will trouble us in our sadhana. So we should know what attitude we should have, what forgiveness we should have, what love we should show to people, how long we have to show, to whom. Vrutta Vichikitsa. They have to be clear. Masters know it. When we surrender to them, they tell us, no, you forgive them. Or you just pray for them. or you just forget them, or you just love them, or you take it as your prarabdha. These are inner things in the mind. Vritta. Vritti means the thought. The Vritta Vijekitsa. Vritta also means other than Shrauta Smartha. Karma, in general, when we are in the world, society, so many of the expectations come to us from people also. We also get tempted to do something or the other. Shrauta Smartha Karma Ukta Yajna Upasana nahi ho, some other social activity type of thing. Somebody came for donation. Shraddhaya Deyam Adhe, all that is over, done. But here the Vritta Vijekatsa is what? Which organization they belong to? Should I give or not? Will it go for right cause or not? Sometimes such doubts come to us. So in that karma and Vritta Vijekatsa, what we have to do is go to that person in that area. Don't go to another place. Is it not? And what to do with the traffic jam in Bombay? If you ask this to a yogi in Himalayas, a sannyasi, what will he tell? He never knows it. He will tell only one. छोड़ो बॉम्बे इधर आके बैठो ध्यान करो. So to a Bombay local train hanging fellow, if you ask him कि Himalayan cold range having gone there, what to do? He will tell this only. जैसे यहाँ लटक रहे वैसे वहीं कोई पेड़ लेके लटकना. So that area, that Mahatmas know, Karma Vritta Vichikitsa. This area, these people know. So to that person, don't call here, don't take this person there. So that is the meaning of ye tatra. Tatra tasmin deshe tasmin kale. Tasmin deshe tasmin kale. Very important. Like in the cold regions we go, it is so cold. We'll die only with that. So in that place, whoever is the Mahatma, ask him कि इस सर्दी से बचने के लिए क्या करना है. You don't take your decision or think like a hero without taking help or covering. ऐसा रहोगे तो those frost bites क्या क्या नहीं होते हैं. It is very dangerous. So they will tell you कि these are the aushadhis when you take Shilajit, then it will give that warmth to the body. This is how cover yourself. These are the three main parts you have to protect: the feet, the throat, the head. From there only the cold goes inside and travels. So wear proper monkey cap, it suits you, and also muffler, it suits you, same like dog. And to the feet also wear a socks like elephant you are tied. So that is called when you go there, they guide us. Ye tatra, tasmin deshe and tasmin kale. When you go to desert area, so there they know how to protect from that hot atmosphere, weather. What are the things to be taken which keep the body cool and retain the water of the body for long time so that we are saved from some stroke, etc. In the same way, when we go to a new place, there is a river. Now the current of the river, the depth of the water, the slippery nature in the shores of the water, the people there they know without asking them, our own useless intellect using चले जाओगे मैं तैर सकता हूँ, you will be drowned only there. Every river's current will be different. The density of the water is different. So it requires different knowledge for swimming at different levels with different rivers with different currents, etc. So we should ask this, यहाँ मत जाना उधर डूब जाओगे. वो लगता तो ऐसा है लेकिन एक कदम आगे और इतनी गहराई है कि आप ना वो क्या है माप नहीं सकते. एंड द फ्लो सडनली इंक्रीजेस देयर. Like when you take bath in Haridwar, Rishikesh, there are so many places and ghats. Each one is different. You can't take anywhere bath. Like that, we are from Gomukh se aa rahe ho niche, so in between there is Ganga ji everywhere. It's not that anywhere you go and take bath. So to when go beyond Gomukh, there are glaciers. You want to go to the Tapovanam, the Nandanavanam, the Raktavanam. वहाँ कहाँ ग्लेशियर है कहाँ पत्थर है, you cannot. There you have to take somebody's guidance. Else what? You will fall in the valley only if it दिखेंगे नहीं कभी. After 2000 years, the skeleton is shown by people. Archaeology वाले they will take and show ये 2000 साल पहले था. Do you understand what is meant? ये तत्र तस्मिन् देशे तस्मिन् परिस्थितौ, like I'm admitted in a hospital. So there I can't decide. Once I go to hospital, what cares to be taken? The doctors, the nurses, they guide me. So to in an army when I go, so they will teach you how to hold the rifle and all. You can't do it because you saw in a YouTube or in a movie. वहाँ के ब्राह्मण आपको बताएंगे, वहाँ के experts, brahmanas, the knowledgeable people there. Anywhere that way when we go, if at all there are doubts are there, definitely there will be doubts because that place is different, that time is different, and that activity is different. Sometimes the eatables also, how to eat we don't know. कोई फोर्क लेके खाना होता है, कोई स्पून लेके खाना होता है, कोई स्ट्रॉ लेकर पीना होता है, कोई. These are all, each one is different. Even the wearables also, the clothes, ornaments, they're all different. When I go to Manipur and all, the abharana which they give, how to wear them, they only know. How many examples we give. So in all these places, doing wrong leads to problem. Not doing is not there an option. Definitely we have to do. Karma, vritta, हमको होना ही चाहिए. Therefore, whom to consult? The person we have to consult with all these six great qualities, it is said. What are the way they are behaving, that way you behave. Then you will be safe. So who are they? Brahmana. This is a big topic, that's why we elaborated yesterday also. It is though karma vrutta vichikitsa nivaranartham, find that person and follow. That is a prasangika explanation. But in general also, how a human being has to be fit to guide others when they come from some unknown place so that they are benefited. That sensitivity, it's both ways. When I go to that new place, I need to find such Brahmana to guide him. So to guide me. So to someone comes to my place, I also should be there to guide them correctly. Therefore, these six qualities become a beautiful sadhanas by themselves. So just like Satyamada Dharmam Chara, Bhagavan was telling all that Shruti Mata, in that parampara of qualifications to be gained or nobility should be practiced or values should be practiced, in that sequence only these things also are said. First to become Brahmana, you may not be Brahmana by birth, but whatever only Brahmana has to do, don't do them. Same time, the Shamo Damas Tapas Shauchaha Kshanti Rajam Jnanam Vijnanam Astikyam Brahma Karma Swabhavajam, these Brahmana Lakshanas of being alert, being dynamic, being full of Shastra Jnanam, ready to help others with love and kindness and compassion, these gunas should be there all the time. And when any foreigners come to us with all these good qualities, when we help them, guide them, wherever they go, they talk good about us. नहीं वो आए फिर हमने उनको चीट किया, पैसे उनके ले ली, तो वेर देखो इन इंडिया द पीपल आर सो चीटिंग, दे से व्हाट अ बैड थिंग इट is it not? No, 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 I stayed in their house for 15 days. They didn't charge. I was surprised. I took out money to give them. He said, what are you talking? It's our scripture. In our culture, the guest is like a god we treat. What it is, I was surprised. He will tell like that. Atiti Devo Bhava. Is it not? How beautiful this is. In the same way here, become Brahmana by nature. What a good instruction. By pravrutti or vritti, you may be Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. But idealistically, everyone can be in that Brahmana mood, knowing it, practicing it. Whenever we behave with others, we have to be Brahmana only. Even their duties, etc., are there, then there is a Kshatriya, self security, Vaishya. You want to enjoy Sudra. The one who enjoys wisdom is Brahmana, enjoys ruling others, guiding others is Kshatriya, enjoys trading is Vaishya, or eating, sleeping, the one who enjoys is Shudra. Anybody, even a Brahmana eating and sleeping, enjoying, that is Shudra, by the way. So Brahmanaha, which first thing we have seen. Second is Sammarshinaha. We have seen Sammarsha is what? One deep analysis, analytical brain and understanding brain. At the same time, that understanding is unbiased. That understanding is with inner pure intention of other person's benefit only, nobility only, not of any self profit, selfishness. Like a taxi wala. Where that person has to reach, he will reach. And the due money he will charge. He will not take him all around the city and charge him more unduly. That type of attitude of using my skill to serve others, not for any selfish purpose. Duly what I have to get, I get in this professional thing. But when we have a karma and vritta vijigitsa, when we catch that brahmana, there's nothing like professional money received, etc. Some marshinaha, he just wonderfully thinks and exactly tells us the best thing to do for the results in a shortest manner. Some marshina. Wonderful thought, is it not? That pure heart always of looking or thinking for the welfare and well-being of others is a great gift we give to others. These are all two natures by choice. कोई भी दिखा उससे कैसे फायदा उठाएं, देन द वन कोई भी देखा उसको हम कैसे मदद करें. The first one is utterly lowest level. Anybody is seen how to get benefit out of that person. Second one, the extreme, the highest one. Anybody is seen how I can help. Len then wala in between path. I help them also, I take help also. It's a middle path. It is better than the earlier one. So, Sammarshinaha was told us, Samyak, what is said here? Vichara Kshamaha. Very deeply you should contemplate, and through the contemplation, you should be able to understand what exactly is beneficial and non beneficial. That's all. Vichara Kshamaha. We should always be. Don't just abruptly speak with the mouth or just suggest without proper analysis and without proper authority. ऐसे कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहिए. विचार क्षमा, like a doctor. You know why they get through all the tests done? Everything they have to take into account. Tests कराएंगे, all the things they'll know. Then the past history also they'll come to know. Then gender, male or female. Then what is the age? इतने सारे लेकर वो लोग प्रेस्क्राइब करते हैं मेडिकेशन और ट्रीटमेंट. इट्स नॉट द अच्छा ये है तो ये ले लो. If that would have been the case, science would have not grown to such a level, medicine, etc. If you see the wonders the medical science has created, almost another human being is made now. Brahma ka srushti ka prati srushti. They can do the deha, they can't bring the jiva. Even this also Ishvara Leela at a higher level. But our topic is not that. Our topic is it not Sammarshinaha? How important it is. Be a person of wonderful thinking, healthy thinking, to see that the person is benefited. And not a partial thinking like the parents. Partial thinking is what? They want to see that their children are well settled financially, career wise, professionally. But did you train them also for them to settle as a healthy, decent human being? As a productive, useful citizen for the nation? Did you train him that he belongs to such a glorious Sanatana Dharma? He'll have to be the protector of that Dharma by practice and preaching. If all these are not done by parents, then they themselves are immature. Partially they have done it. Not partially. Some marshana is complete. And also the children have to train. Wherever they go, they have to respect everything around and be a contributor. That is what an ideal parent's ideal training to a child for him to become an ideal person. Like that, so many. We just touched one or two aspects. The point is sammarshinaha. Then we saw the third one, yuktaha. Yuktaha means what? He himself is involved in that activity. Not a theory mongerer only, but a practical doer. So he should be a Brahmana with all noble qualities, values, virtues, sattva guna ityadi. He should be his sammarshi, a deep vichara shila, so that he will not do any wrong decision or advice. Yuktaha, what is advising us, he himself has done that many times. हाँ, ये सिचुएशन में क्योंकि ना जो खुद कर कर बोलता है उसके बोलने में जो दम होता है ना, जो बिना किए कहते बोलते उसमें नहीं होता है. यू कैन आस्क हिम सेकंड टाइम कि आप ये कह रहे हो कि सच है क्या? Then the one who never did it, he says, I think so, the other fellows have done, I heard from them. But the one who himself has done it, he says, yeah, मैं खुद ही किया हूँ, मैं उसको पर डाउट ही मत करवाओ. I have gone there, it's so beautiful place, I have consumed that thing, it is really good for body or health. Because he is yukta. So karmani abhiyuktaha. Yuktaha means yuktaha abhiyuktaha karmani vrutteva. Means is a person of practicality. Yuktaha means he himself is doing personally that exactly what he is saying. Like, importantly in arts, mainly in singing, in dancing, in the instrumental thing, in the vocal music, that the singer, the teacher has to sing and show, like how to bring out the raga and all, वो खुद गाकर बताते. Exactly. He is called Yuktaha. So the instrumental कुछ करना है तो he will play and show. ना तबला सिखा मतलब टक टक टिक टिक कैसे how he shows. So to sa re ga ma all that. He is called Yukta. They themselves do and then they become practical demonstration to us. This is called a Yukta. Such people. We have to be like that. We should be ready with experimenting all the noble things in our life, getting good result of it, so that ready to tell people when they come to us. Like somebody comes to you about our Upanishad class. So you are Yukta. You are coming every day. You know the value of the text also, value of this theme in the text and all. So you are Yukta. You will tell, yes, we are studying every day. It is slowly opening up our understanding for the noble way of living as well as the ultimate truth is being taught to us. Slowly we are grasping at our intellectual level. It's a question of few more years of trial that we are going to be thorough in our theory and we are also starting our practice. We are really evolving spiritually. You are welcome. Is it not Yukta? You yourself don't come. Okay, पता नहीं वो स्वामी क्या बोलते हैं. My wife goes there, and those two are the only thing for which I respect the Swamis. He engages my wife or husband for 2 years in class. That time I enjoy. If it doesn't come to class, that is what will be speaking. Clear? Yuktaha is karmani abhiyuktaha uttava. Clear? Next one what? Ayuktaha, we have seen it exhaustively. Let us be now honest. Let us not be frightened by anybody so that we are giving up our dharma, nor even should be tempted. Outer temptation, outer fear, inner temptation, and inner fear. These are the ones which make us go away from the righteousness or dharma. Clear? ये नहीं होना है. That is called as ayukta. Aparaprayukta, not paraprayukta. Not they are tempted by any ignoble people or selfish people, etc. जिंदगी पूरा हमारा होना चाहिए. नीति नियम के साथ according to the Shastra only we live life. Not for small little profits that we compromise with the values. It's a bad habit. Then that fellow will have no thikana in his own heart about his own self. What a nonsensical fellow I am. He will feel it. But the other person, even though it is difficult, there are no profits, benefits, but he stuck to that rules, regulations, stuck to the dharma. He's always be proud. His mind is clear. Then unnecessarily regrets and guilt will not be there for doing wrong things. Therefore, aparaprayukta. Independent he is, not influenced by any negative influences, inner and outer. Apara prayukta. Apara prayukta is the kama prayuktaha, the krodha prayuktaha, the lobha prayuktaha, the people give us advices. So here apara prayukta is not prayukta by kama krodha, the durguna. Another way of paraprayuktata in the world of politics and all, today's we see is what? They are relations. They are the friends. They belong to my caste only, my religion only. So all of these things, prayukta by them, the decisions of giving seats or giving position is done. These are all chalta hai politically, which will really destructive to the country, but somehow it goes on. But in real life, it is not allowed. You have to see the person's quality, qualification, and give him position so that he serves the world. He also gets benefited. But paraprayuktata hota hai. They related to wife. Therefore, give the job or give that license for running that shop, even though it is not actually legal or correct. You understand the hundreds of examples for the paraprayukta. Para is your own kama krodadi. Para means somebody who is known to you, because of whom you have some obligation with them, therefore you are obliged to listen to them. Or you yourself have some profits in the mind. ऐसा नहीं है अपरा प्रयुक्ता. What a beautiful word, is it not? It is. I am living on my own wisdom which I got from my Shastras, and it's my conviction. Nobody can deter me from my own this good life with whatever the price they pay to me. नहीं छोड़ूंगा मैं मेरे धर्म को, सत्य को. That's called as ayuktaha avara prayuktaha. Be a person of that type of integrity. People should know that this fellow is not sold for anything. He can't be purchased for anything. And the people say कि इसके बाद मत जाना यार, बेकार है ये. What do you mean बेकार है ये? इसको हम पैसे से खरीद नहीं सकते. But the other fellow you go, इसका ही धंधा है. Is it not? Then धंधे वाले धंधे के अनुसार बताएंगे ना, सत्य नहीं बताएंगे. All is destroyed only in the life. Therefore, this word is more important than everything here. Ayuktaha, aparaprayuktaha, those who are living on the wisdom gained by them. Then alukshaha is a good quality. Arukshaha, akrura matayaha. Their minds are pure. There is no krurata, reality. Para apakara, vancha or sankalpa is krurata. And that is directly proportional to how much extreme ego selfishness we have. Ego and selfishness is depending on how strongly we are identified the upadhis. Upadhi tadatma decides how strong we are in our ignorance, how zero we are in our spiritual wisdom. जिनको शास्त्र ज्ञान नहीं है तो पूरे उपाधियों को इतना स्ट्रांगली अपने यहाँ लेता है, उसके कारण उसका ईगो and selfishness is so strong, because of which he behaves cruelly. He becomes selfish, he behaves very cruelly. There are all sequences. So, aparaprayuktaha we have explained, akrura mataya. Sorry, arukshaha, alukshaha, akrura matayaha. Akrura matis, they are soft, kind, tender hearted. They know the world, they have lived life big, they studied books, they know so many cases studied, so they know all jivas are struggling in life. Nobody by nature are bad, by choice are bad, the nature forces them. Everybody deserves our love, forgiveness. In this way, the one who never becomes cruel and expresses their cruelty through any type of himsa yukta shabda or karma. That one. The next one word, dharma kamaha. We have seen it. Dharma kama, not artha kamaha or kama kamaha. Dharma kama is adrushtarthinaha. Adrushtarthinaha means what? They seek the inner unseen happiness, which comes when we follow dharma, not the seeable outer goods which come when we practice adharma. तो पैसे वस्तु वगैरह मिलते हैं अधर्म काम करने से. This fellow is dharma kama. Means what? Adrushta arthi. Adrushta arthi means what? The unseen inner quiet satisfaction of the conscience he seeks. So to adrushta is future lives. If I am doing my dharma duty properly, the one who put me here, the God is observing, so will not give me the promotion. Adrushtarthi is this one. In any of the office also, Drushtafalarthi is he who just somehow table ke niche se he takes the money as a bribe rishwat. One day or the other it will be known, then all this here will be written in that way by the boss. But Adrushtarthi he says, so many things he says, Adrushtafalarthi. One is what? It will become my bad nature. Second, if it is revealed one day, I'll be caught. Third, the bosses will be observing me, reports go to him from many people. So the confidence report will be written negative. So I may not get promotion, demotion hoga, suspension hoga. More than that, when my children go to society, people tell your father is corrupt. Their life will be hurt, disturbed. My future life also will be in confusion. एंड आई विल बी रॉन्ग एग्जाम्पल फॉर पीपल. देखो ये बंदा है ना, इस तरह रिश्वतखोर नहीं होना चाहिए. वाई शुड आई बेयर सच अमाउंट ऑफ पेन्स फॉर दिस स्मॉल अमाउंट? Therefore, I don't want all. I want my life to be smooth, straightforward, no crookedness. He is called as Adrushtarthi. Therefore, Dharma Kamaha. He'll never compromise with Dharma. See that quality, see that maturity. See, देखो इसलिए कह रहे unless at this plane of our mana buddhi and vyavahara we become pakka pure na, for the higher spirituality will not be qualified, because मन वहाँ तक पहुँचेगा नहीं, because it is pulled down only because all regrets and guilts. There are so many things we have done which should not be done. When we are through dharma cleared everything, mind is so free, then only higher meditation, higher contemplation, deep upasanas, deep japa, ये सारा तभी होगा. चोरी करके जब कर रहा है तो हो सकता है क्या? कौन पुलिस वाला आके पकड़ेगा? वही रहेगा. You can feel also some dishonest work you have done and sitting in front of God doing upasana. You can see this ugra rupa. भगवान says, you बेवकूफ वहां गलत करके आके यार मेरा पूजा कर रहा है, get lost. My real puja is not here. Puja is not doing corruption there and trying to compensate it here with upasana. Bevakoof, you have never understood the point only. You do upasana here to become a bhakta so that wherever you go, you live life honestly, which is my upasana. That is the meaning of upasana. Not वहाँ corruption करके इधर उसका compliment करना, sorry, compensate करना. No, you have not understood. Bhagavan will look at you with all the anger there. So every sentence, every word, is it not important? Brahmanaha, Sammarshinaha, Yuktaha, Ayuktaha, Alukshaha, Dharmakamaha, Syuhu, Adrushtartinaha, and then Akamahataha iti etat Syuhu. So that is what Dharma arthi means. Other than Dharma, the other three पुरुषार्थों में the कामहत नहीं है वो. कामहत है वो बंदा वही जो है ना अर्थ के लिए अधर्म पाप करता है. The one who does desires, he only to fulfill desire, he needs money. That money if doesn't is not sufficient for righteous means, by right means, he goes for wrong means. These are all. इनका connection समझना है. If the kamanas are more, then you need more artha, then you have to break dharma, you will enter into bandha, not moksha. If you have zero kamana, then there is no need or value for the artha, then you are involving only in dharma, which purifies you, thus equips you, qualifies you for moksha. These four पुरुषार्थों का हमें भली भांति हृदय में बात समझना है. Then we have to live. See, any noble life, till it becomes a habit only, it's difficult. And once becomes a habit, you will enjoy it more. Just like any negative thing also, it is giving joy not because it's good. It is basically negative, but it is because of abhyasad ramate. The habit is the one which is giving happiness. Like all the drinks and drugs are habitual happiness. They are not actually the things they give happiness. Is it understandable? Dharma kamaha syuhu na artha kaminyah akamahataha iti etat syuhu bhaveyuhu. May there be such people who are living life of dharma, not overboard in their mind by kamana, according to their own varna ashrama, whatever the kamana that is allowed to them, that alone, dharmic way, they involve in. That means how many lives of study of Shastra and contemplation they may have to have done come to that maturity that the kamana is unwanted disease of the mind whose only aim is to destroy us, to make us fall from our pristine position. ऐसा बंदा कोई जन्म जन्म विचार नहीं करता तो उसको अर्थ काम का प्रॉब्लम क्या है पक्का समझ में नहीं आता. Till that time he will be slave to them at the cost of dharma moksha. So if this person is akamahata means what? That's why Shrotriyasya Akamahatasya. If you have studied Shastra thoroughly, you should know that the destructive only for reason is Kamana. Therefore, with study of Shastra, you cannot be hit by Kamana. If you are still a Kami, that means what? Your Shastra has not entered into you deeply to work on yourself. So, some more you have to study. Deeply you have to study. They go together. Because the knowledge and desire, they don't go together. A knowledgeable person cannot live at the level of mind. No, desires are in the mind. In the intellect, the knowledge is there. The one who is living the intellectual knowledge level, he will live intellectually, intelligently. Not at the imagination, the mind called as desires. With the intellect, whatever the work he is doing, for that whatever the result comes, he will enjoy it. He will not have a kamana. You understand? That's the difference between a person doing a job because of the money, desire, or doing a job because he has a skills. He want to use those skills there. I am doing this pravachana, desiring something, then I am not matured. I am not intellectual. I am doing pravachana because I can do it. I can give this wisdom to others. And then with this wisdom received, if people take care of me and all that, that is welcome. That's not a desire. Kamana is सबसे बड़ा illogical disease of the mind, which makes us go through millions of lives, taking us away, keeping us away from the truth or reality. It's a बड़ा जादू है. Suddenly sometime in the government or कहीं भी ये एक घोटाला पता चलता है. Suddenly a scam. When the scam is pulled, you will see it has connection in so many places. Nowadays, you see the fodder scams 10, 15 years back, Valli, the liquor scams, there is one going on, even drug scam. Pull it up, you will see end of it, so everywhere it is spread. In the same way, if you deeply think, it is a desire which is creating such a havoc in the entire universe, in the total level, so at every individual level. You understand it? The desire has to be replaced by the service orientation. Replaced by, because I know it, I want to help the person. Inspiration ke saath. Desire is a disease. To be happy, who told you that you need a desire and it has to be fulfilled? These are all ignorant person's imaginations. A wise person, that's called as wisdom. Shastra will tell all that. Ananda is Atma Swarupa. Atma is your already. Instead of getting the Atma Ananda, you are pushed outside to that world. Instead of Ananda, the world is going to give Dukkha. And who is pushing you is your own desire. Apta Kamaha, Atma Kamaha, all that we already studied in the beginning of this Upanishad. So, I am just trying to explain Dharma Kamaha means what, Adrushtarthi means what, Akamahata means what, how much he must have studied and contemplated and found the only cause of every dukkha is Kamana. Therefore, he has risen above that. He is not living life at Indriya, Mana, Sharira level. He is living the life at his intellectual level of knowledge. He is enjoying his knowledge. He is enjoying using the knowledge to serve others. So, he has evolved to that level. Beautiful, such people. So in these 6 qualities, anybody is there, iti etasyo bhavayoho Brahmana with all the five qualities, when you find there, that place, at that time, when you got the Vritta or Karma Vichikitsa, the doubt dilemma regarding what to do, what to decide, what to take it as, how to respond, react to, such people with six qualities, ते यथा येन प्रकारेण ब्राह्मणाः तत्र तस्मिन् कर्मणि वृत्तेव वर्तेरन्. Just keenly observe such great Brahmanas, Mahatmas, how they are involving in that karma and also in their vritta. Tatha, in that way, tvam api vartetaha. You should also do the vyavahara exactly like that when you have a vichikitsa. This is an answer to many a time you have answer with yourself because you studied Shastra, you are intelligent enough, you have seen in the ashram, you are experienced. ये तो है ही. But in such dilemma, in such occasions, such Brahmana, the way they behave, you also behave like that. As they do, you do it. Yatha te tatra vartenan, tata tatra vartetaha, tata tvamapi vartetaha. This is one. Regarding karma and vritta vichikitsa, you have to do. But not only that, when you go to such places, you will find some people who are not very good or famous. They are bad. You have seen them. If they are in your own zone, you are a boss, he is a subordinate, then you all authority to punish him or dismiss him. ऐसे कर सकते हैं आप. But that person is not that way under you. But then he is bad. And his badness is influencing you, doing some loss to you. At that time, what to do? This is the point in the last portion of this mantra with regard to the values. How to practice these values? The 5 points are told later on as Esha Adesha Ityadi. We will see that. Atha Abhyakyateshu. How to behave when the Abhyakyata are there. Who are the Abhyakyata? Abhyakyataha means Abhyuktaha means Doshena Sandihyamanena Samyojitaha. Doshena, because of their shortcomings or behavior, Sandihyamanena Samyojitaha, who appear to be doubtful to us. Seeing their behavior, etc., we understand that they have the dosha, they have the shortcomings. So they are not pure, they are just, in legal language, it is called as accused. So, doshena sandihyamanena samyojita kenachit. You have not seen that person doing dosha. क्योंकि तुम आप तो अभी गए वहां. But others tell about that person. That is what here he says. Doshena sandihyamanena samyojita kenachit. Kenachit is important. Somebody else has created the doubt in you about that person that he is not good or bad. ये तो 24 घंटे जिंदगी में होता ही है. And Indians have no other work than this. Even if they go to spirituality, listen 20 years, in that every day they listen, then to Guru and God you have to totally surrender with all other co-sadhakas in that brotherly behavior, considering they are also sadhakas, you have to have the love, forgiveness. ये 1000 बार सुनकर भी, one of the wretched habit which we can't give it up is what? The tail carrying. Tail carrying. Is it not? The one who talks about himself to the other fellow, second person, is extremely selfish fellow. Ahankari Swarthi. The one who talks about the third person to second fellow is absolutely what you call him as the unwanted speaker. He is the waster of the time, he is the most immature, he is a bhayankara, dushta, who will create enmities between people. In the highest level of wisdom, whenever we meet a person, we talk to that person about that person only. He should be fully important to him. Not I am important, therefore I try to dominate him with my wisdom, knowledge, emotion. Any nonsense is wrong. More worse than is what? To a second person talking about the third person. Never ever talk about the third person to second person. It is none of your business. You are not a sakshi, you are not called in the court and all. Only in those cases, okay. But otherwise, even if somebody insists, मुझे नहीं मालूम, करके ही हमको चुप होना, ये बंदे का दोष, इस बंदे को नहीं कहना. Because these are very powerful Maya. Which person is in dosha in what time and Gudavan what time, we don't know. Nobody is good or bad permanently. Even the worst bad appearing person also might be doing that under the influence of some prarabdha, some divinity. We don't know. अब ऊपर ऊपर देखते हो और बोल देते हो दूसरे को, हो गया. According to Vedanta, even when you look at something with your own eyes, still you should not believe that it is true. And it is true because the truth is not seen by eye. What is shown by the upadhis is anatma only. Anatma, upadhis are made by Maya. How can you trust it? How can you tell in that way to other person? So the point is what? Third person के बारे में second person को टेल कैरिंग करना ये हमारा वृत्ति नहीं होना चाहिए. This is a basic knowledge. Why should we bother? You have seen that person like that, and yet, unless it is in the interest of the dharma or the desha, and it is your job, you need not tell. Even if you tell it in such a way that the heart hatred or fighting is not created, but the problem is sorted out. You have to look into that way. What is said here in connection with this thought is what? You have gone to some place, there is a person whom you need to meet or what, and then you asked him कि भैया उनसे मिलना है, कहाँ रहते? अच्छा, उनको मिलने जा रहे हो तुम? कौन हो तुम? कहाँ से आए? या तुम्हें पता नहीं क्या उनके दुकान में मिलावट होता है या उनका ये है वो है? In that way, somebody told you or you have seen by your own eyes that that person has done something which is censurable. Therefore, he is sandihyamanah. That is the meaning of this word. Ki doshena sandihyamanena sanyojita kenachit. So, by someone you are told that this person is not good or correct. Then how to behave with that person? How to be with that person? Answer is same. This is a big topic it is. I will explain only this much, but the rest is left for your homework. You know you are wise enough to think in that way. क्या करना है उसके लिए? कहते हैं कि तेषु च outward them also यथोक्तम सर्वम उपनयेतो. What was said so far as ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षणाः युक्ताः अयुक्ताः अलुक्षा धर्म कामासु यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन is said यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन you have to add. Bhashyakara is not doing bhashya to that because it is there in the main mantra. It is a simple direct meaning, so you need not explain it, not required. Like in the mantra, what is there? Atha, bhya, kya, teshu. Same thing. What is said? Upar, atha yadite karma vichikitsava, vrutta vichikitsava syat. What is said there? Yetatra brahmana, all that. Here also, atha, bhya, kya, teshu. Again, yetatra brahmana, samarshna, yukta, yukta, aloksha, dharma, kama, asyo. It is repeated. So, yatha te tatra vartheran, that is a situation or an object. Here, the people, therefore, teshu. As those brahmanas behave in those situations, you behave. As those brahmanas deal with these people, you do the same thing. So, one is people, second is object and situations. In both cases, for us, the authority is those brahmanas of that place and that kala who have all these 5 plus 1, 6 qualities in them. यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः. This is how you take somebody's help and behave. You are safe. If you yourself take decision, it may go wrong. And if you catch hold of that fellow who is enemy to the other person, he's not a Brahman and all, there also you will end up in doing wrong thing. Many times in life, we spoil our own beautiful buddhi by listening to the corrupt person's misguidance, especially regarding the other people. Remember, for us, unless until somebody does wrong, we should not distrust that person saying that negative. Because that person may be wrong to the entire world. Let the world deal it. You don't involve. But as regards you is concerned, he'll be useful to you. He is good to you only, like Valmiki example. He may be bad to many travelers, etc., as a dacoit. But to his family, he is good because he is fetching the money, giving livelihood. So, unless it is directly proved to me that from that person I got this or that loss, I should not doubt that person as negative just because some tail carrier stood. Like they say, उसने मेरे को धोखा दिया. इसका अर्थ क्या है कि सबको धोखा देगा क्या? वो नहीं देना, जरूरत नहीं है. तुमको धोखा दिया तो तब हमको कहना, तब तक हमको फेथ रखना. Else what? You will be always in doubt, suspicion. Never ever will have trust with anyone. No. Life will be very miserable in that case. That's why in Indian tradition, even the Atiti is Devata Sarupa. Indian Penal Code. Yesterday, day before I heard and I felt little bad. I didn't read the whole article. Indian thing is what? Unless and until somebody is proved to be wrong, he is still accused only, not convicted. So he should not be taken as criminal. That's why in many of the TV cinemas you can see the order that when the prosecutor कहते हैं भगवान जज साहब इस दोषी को इस तरह का सजा सुना देना, immediately the defense lawyer says दोषी ना कहो, आरोपी कहो. He is not convicted. He is only accused. That's it. Acquitted and convicted is different, no? Here that's what. Samyojitaha. Sandihyamanena sanyojitaha kenachit. Indian Penal Code is this. Unless somebody is proved criminal by all rules, all the processes, he will be taken only for interrogation. He is not decided as criminal. In the Western culture, other errand. Unless and until it is proved that this fellow is honest, he is taken as criminal only. Yesterday I heard this. In one of the high courts in India, the judge said like this: please take him as a criminal only unless he is proved to be otherwise. What might be the context, I don't know, but that's not Indian way. So, from our side, we should not carry the tales. When somebody carries the tale about the third person, then you have to deal with that third person. Then you are in dilemma. At that time, go to that Brahmana and whatever he does, you do that way only to be safe. These are very rare but important occasions where our decisions, actions mean a lot. जब कर्मवृत्त विचिकित्सा में गलत करो तो बड़ा नुकसान होएगा. In politics, let us see the permutations, combinations, so quickly, fastly they are changing. Slightest word spoken by someone have such a big impact. Therefore, you have to be very, very wise, intelligent. आजकल दिन में कहना अच्छा करो या ना करो, बुरा नहीं होना है बस. हमने वाणी से, अपने कर्मों से. International affairs also, how careful India has to be to deal with Russia-Ukraine war. कि नहीं थोड़ा भी मुंह से कुछ निकल गया, that because authority or everyone to blame. Very high level diplomacy, all that. Even to make sentences against Pakistan. We know all the proofs we have. But still, we have to have patience and dignity. That's what bringing that respect to India. People are opening their eyes, all the world leaders. Everybody knows that this fellow is so bad. अब कल क्या कहा अमेरिका वाले ने परसों? The most frightening, threatening country in the world is Pakistan. He said it. Because of that, दोनों के बीच में फिर गड़बड़ हो गया. Very one word, one sentence has its impact on the entire nation. Is it not? See, it may be truth too. It can be dealt in another way. A lovingly way reduced now, gone are those days. Now the country, the world has become so close to each other. Each one mutually depend on each other. It's not a time of terrorism, it's a time of unison. That's what our Prime Minister said. Only one sentence in that. What is summit it was? All the 6 nations joined, Only one sentence. It is not the time of terrorism. It is the time of being together. It was a big hit to everyone there. वहाँ द चाइना वाला था, द रशिया वाला था, पाकिस्तान वाला था. It was very diplomatically high level of sentence. It is saying everything without saying anything. How much depth is required to make such sentences? That's what karma vichikitsa and vrutta vichikitsa. Because you are given a mic, if you go on talking, its consequences will be very dire. You can't change them sometimes. And it's a universal truth it is. Science, technology, transportation, everything has grown so much that we are no more a separate state or nation or even continent. We are one family. We have to help each other. We can't live without each other. Then how can you throw bomb on that fellow and he will throw? Arre, this is not development. This is not growth. So he told that to this Russia also. Stop that thing. He has hinted to Ukraine also. If you also retaliate, then it will be terrible. He said to Pakistan also. He said to China. सबको ये मैसेज है. Very diplomatic it is. What I am trying to say is, we have to be very careful in making our sentences. ये तो बहुत बड़ा maturity चाहिए उसके लिए. हमसे तो आपसे कह रहे हैं, but in the inadvertence in the mind, what we speak, what happens, very dangerous this world is. So all said and done, the main conclusion is what? कि संदिह्यमानेन संयोजिता केनचित् तेषु च यथोक्तं सर्वम् उपनयेतु. Teshu cha yatoktam saropanayat means you just interpret as it was commented by us in the earlier case. It is same. ये तत्र इत्यादि समानम. तो मंत्र ने कह दिया है तो वही बात आपको लागू करनी है कि in case of karma and vritta vichikitsa also you have to follow what Brahmana does. Brahmana in the same way when there is a avayukta person is there, is called as abhyakyata. Abhi means against. Akhyata means spoken. So a person about whom people speak negative to you, how to behave with them. Again, what that Brahmana, Sammarshinaha, it does, you do that only. The whole thought is what? The Guru is so great, kind, loving, matured that even this guidance also is giving to disciples before he is leaving them to go into the world. The carefulness in the Guru is what? He is let loose in the world now. He should be a contributor. He should be a giver. He should not be a traitor or he should not be a liability to the world by all or any or every means. Such a thorough is the training. That is called a complete life. Complete life is not only matured and masterly in the material gains. Complete life is not you are very great sound in morality and ethics. So complete life is not that you are fully spiritual. All three put together is complete. You have to be at the highest level spiritually, morals and ethics wise also, which include all these values, Satyamada Ityadi. There also you have to be the top position. As regard the material is concerned, there also with your hard work, your upasana, you have to be sound and rich. कुछ लोग भौतिक चीजों में बहुत ऊपर होते हैं, but the heart is totally corrupt. Spirituality is zero. Some people have the spiritual knowledge, but when it comes to values or even the need of the resources for doing some service, they devalue it. ये सभी होता है. All three put together is a fully grown up human being. Therefore, here the Guru, Satyam Vada Ityani, through that he is teaching the decency to be in the world. By teaching all the upasanas, he is teaching that you always be in tune with the total power. Now in the coming portion, by teaching Brahma Vidya, he will tell that you have to be finally the Brahma Vidya seeker. Now, Brahma Vidya to aage wale mein hai. How come now disciples are going out of ashram? That means what? Tentatively some Brahma Vidya was taught, Vritti Vidya was taught more, Vyavahara Vidya was taught in that Gurukula, then they are living. Is it not? They don't want Brahma Vidya right now. They may conclude their Grahastha Ashrama. That time if they come, then they will be taught. Then everybody may not go out of 100 students, 50 go and marry and get into Grahastha Ashrama for 30, 40 years. Then after all that is over, they go to another Guru and from them they get Mahavakya Upadesh. But the other 50 may remain. Guru Maharaj, we don't want to enter into the Grahastha Vanaprastha Ashrama. बात की बात है, we want to thoroughly study Brahma Vidya from you. So for them, in the second Valli, only Brahma Vidya will be taught. That is how the connection of the subject, keep in mind. Now tomorrow we will see this portion कि एषा आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषद इत्यादि are very very powerful things. In that you can see the ardent, deep, requestful, commandful, demandful order by the Guru to disciples. You can never compromise with even one of those 25 things you are taught. सत्यमदा से लेकर यहाँ तक अथाभ्याख्यातेषु they are 25 and they are listed out. We will list out them tomorrow. They have to be so pakka have to be done. Then only you are safe. Safe with what? Safety is only one. That we are becoming qualified for the Atma Jnanam with which alone we get moksha. This is only safety. Safety is not the financial security. Safety is not we are gaining good position in the world. ना 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 सेफ्टी ही क्या अंदर की सेफ्टी है कि आप परमात्मा प्राप्ति के लायक बन रहे हो. तो व्हाट इज इट ऑल, लेट्स सी टुमारो. ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. Thank you, friends, for your wonderful patience. You are not like any ordinary people who, when some arthakama are fulfilled, they are satisfied. They want nothing of spirituality or God. Even if they go to the Lord, only seeking for arthakama, they go. So you are something other than beyond the special than them, wherein you have such a loving heart of total patience and readiness to spend hours together to study our Adhyatma Shastra. This purity, this sincerity, this application, this commitment is what makes all the three, the Guru Parampara, the Shruti Mata, and Bhagavan happy. When they are happy and shower their kind glances on us, then this knowledge thoroughly enters into our bosom. We start living the knowledge. When we live the knowledge, where are the problems which are created only by ignorance? जो ज्ञान जी रहा है ना, उसको अज्ञान से उत्पन्न होने वाले समस्याएं होते ही नहीं. समस्याएं तो केवल अज्ञान से है. सो कंटिन्यू इन दैट मोड. थैंक यू. जॉइन फॉर विदुर नीति.